We're finally here. We're at the end. Welcome to only the second Xbox game I've played in the Hot Wheels lineup. There was one game I didn't play on Xbox that could be played on Xbox, which was Beat That, and man, did that game look different on Xbox versus playing it on the Wii. I looked up a video of it at one point, but here we are. Welcome to Let's Play Hot Wheels World's Best Driver. Quite suitably named, eh? Considering what's at stake here. I recognize at least two cars here. It's wonderful. I like recognizing things. Yes, please create. Of course, I'm talking Xbox 360 in this case, as opposed to original Xbox.
Green team, super fast.
Okay, you have an accent apparently. So we have. Well, I was talking about the other Xbox game would have been Star Trek Challenge. I don't think there have been any other Hot Wheels games released on any Microsoft systems, I don't think. Anyways, so the whole idea of this game apparently, I have not. Okay, the whole idea right now is I want to turn this game down. Can I see options anywhere? No? Okay, cool. I'll try to turn this down later because the microphone's probably picking up the music. But it's broken up into 4 teams. I don't know much about anything else about it, but we have 4 teams. Green, blue.
High tech.
This guy's trying to do my job for me. I don't know how I feel about that. Yellow.
Yellow team, powerful.
And red.
Red team, outrageous.
Okay, whatever that means. Apparently there are abilities to purchase for each of these. So I'm guessing they have different sorts of types of events, things like that. We're gonna break each of these into their own. Oh geez, we're gonna make it throw up for one.
Powerful.
Each team is gonna have their own respective characters. Each will be 4 characters.
Outrageous.
I'll probably just cycle through each of them. And I have here, I'm taking this seriously, I really am gonna say who is the winner at the end of this. I'm gonna not do it based off of any whatever, however I feel, whoever won or whatever. And I will say now, I have no planned winner, not at all. I actually have a spreadsheet open right here of the 4 teams and their scores and times on all sorts of different events. I'll probably convert that into medals or something like that later. I'm not sure, we'll see. How that'll mix up with me trying to 100% the game, because I probably will, I'm not sure, we'll see. But I have 5 sheets on the spreadsheet, one for the red team, one for the green team, then blue and yellow, and then a final, or a total sheet I guess you'd say, one that calculates the average and total scores and times for each team, and gives you the driver with the best times and the best scores overall for that team. So we have lots of analytics going on here. They're all automated. It's beautiful. I should probably just try to jump in at some point, so I'll start with green.
Super fast.
Apparently that's super fast, but it's who it sticks us on first. What's this do? They have one special ability that I can buy for 120 something apparently. Sure. We'll figure that out later. Who's on the green team? I'll introduce who's on each team as time goes on. But, first of all, the teams will be broken up into humans, being green and...
Red team, outrageous.
not green and red, green and blue. No, not green and blue. Green and yellow. Yellow, of course, being the golden tetrad.
Powerful.
Green,
Team,
who is in fact a tetrad here. And then green, we have Alex, So Fast, Vert, and Twin Mill as our top racers. An honorable mention to Vert, or not Vert, honorable mention to Burn. It feels weird having Alex here but not Burn, but honestly I felt like Vert was more deserving of that place than Burn was. Same for Twin Mill. Anyways, I've messed around long enough on here. I apologize for boring anybody that isn't invested in this weird story thing I have going on here. But hey, we're at the end of it, so not gonna have to wait much longer. So you have a couple different cars for each one. Okay, I'll probably use different cars to represent each character then. Well, if this one was... well, if we had Grease Lightning on the green team, Grease Lightning would definitely be that one, I think. I can't see it very well. So, oh wow! We have a Jet Threat 4 now? What? Man. We're getting some upgrades. I never knew there was a Jet Threat 4. Off-road prototype. Oh geez, and we have different kinds of prototypes in here now. Of course we have Twin Mill. Twin Mill, of course, being Twin Mill. So I'll probably assign different characters to different cars. How many cars do we have for each one? So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I have 6. That's a little awkward. 4 characters on 6 cars. I'll figure that out as we go. Right now, of course, Twin Mill is going to be on Twin Mill. Let me start out with Twin Mill. I can worry about So Fast one that would be later. I'll see which one seems most appropriate for each driver. as time goes on. I'll think about it. I think this might... we'll see. Anyways. Let's look at things you can play with. I still want to see where the options are so I can actually change the volume. Oh. The standard design doesn't even come until later. The standard is not the default unlock. It's kind of weird. And I can recolor things by my own choosing. Oh, that's actually really interesting, so I don't have many colors to choose from, so it's not very custom in my eyes. Be cool making this red, but the team's broken up by various factors. I could try to make it kind of golden-like in each of the Hot Wheels games we've seen before. I might do that. Honestly, I kind of like the default ones, though. And the other ones. I'll start with this. Okay. 10 mil to go. I'm going to start us off. So I'll probably modify the spreadsheet a little bit as time goes on. I might implement the medals into this. Oh, I'll probably just put the medals in the score field, because I have a score and a time field for each event for each character.
All vehicles share basic steering controls. Press the acceleration button to speed up. Use the brake button to reduce speed. Hold the brake button down through a complete stop to reverse. Use your steering controls to move left or right. While in the air, you can use your steering controls to spin your vehicle forward or backwards as well as left or right. You can use the roll buttons to do a clockwise right or counterclockwise left roll. Let go of the steering and roll controls to initiate self-righting of your vehicle. Remember to leave enough time for the vehicle to self-right.
Okay, cool, but can't you, like, show me this in an interactive sort of anything? Audio, please turn down. Something like that. Okay, display. Subtitles. Oh, thing is, I have the audio kind of low, so I'm gonna put subtitles on so I can understand them. My apologies if that bugs you. But it also means if I'm talking over the dialogue, you can still read it. Here we go, so this is how this works. Lean control. Yeah, so one seems like the most intuitive one. Okay. So I didn't expect this would be some kind of career department. I didn't expect this to be the way it is. And they could have a little overworld, not much to it, but still. I want to take a moment just to get a feel for this. It's interesting, cars don't quite control the way you expect. It's more like holding right means that you're turning the steering wheel to the right, and it takes a while to move the wheel. Ooh, do not mess up your car, by the way, apparently.
Tell me this is some kind of sick joke.
Okay, so I don't want to hit stuff. I don't know if there's actually damage your car can accrue, but the game does not like you hitting things. Okay, oops, just make sure there's nothing else I'm missing here. So I have drifting. That's the one last thing I want to try to figure out here. Handbrake. So every game has a handbrake. Whoa, I'm not handbraking anymore, stop it. So every game with a handbrake implements it in a different way. Oh, that's really slick. Kind of like the feel of it. It's a very different kind of handbrake. Just kind of hold it for a moment to get the drift started, and then it just kind of keeps on going on its own, and you can get out of it as soon as you want. Stop the drift, or you can just keep it on going, or you can spin out if you want. And be going next. Okay, cool. Kind of liking this. Alright, so what else is there to do? Team select. Archives, there's not much to be archived just yet. Career department, so what exactly does this entail? Besides curiosity, to make sure we know what's going on here. Achievement stats, let's not worry about that then. Oh yeah, I forgot, Xbox 360 games have achievements. That'll be interesting. And then anything else to do out here? Yeah, I'm liking how these cars feel actually. Okay, let's get going through this, I guess. Whoa! And every now and then you just kind of lose control of the car at random. When I lost grip there, I wasn't pressing the drift or anything. What is this, by the way? Go down there. Nothing? Okay, cool. Calm down with the static effects, man. Jeez. Okay. So I'll probably switch between different cars quite frequently though, just to give the different drivers some representation. I just love the way drifting feels in this game. Okay. There's enough messing around.
Green driver, this is your new best friend. Your eyes in the sky, your navigator. Make no mistake, I want you to win this world's best driver competition. So listen close as I give you tips, and let's start by conquering these trials. I've seen your files. I'm confident. Start by smashing stage 1.
Fair enough. Okay, so as for how this whole thing works with... Oh, these all have different cars actually that they're assigned? That's really interesting if so. Huh. I got to figure out who is who pretty much immediately then. Whoops. Okay. Well, Bad to the Blade is the one with the lowest profile, so I'll call that Alex. Twin Mill is, of course, Twin Mill. Prototype is... if there was anybody that was associated with... what was it called? With Velocity X, I'd definitely put them on that just because of the name. Speed Buggy, that's a bit more off-road, but... How many cars did he have, though? What were the other cars? Jet Threat. That one was also... Okay. No, of course you have this thing. I'll probably put So Fast on that thing just because it's... Well, let's say it's kind of a mythological reference, too. And just look at their cars. I'm not even looking at the left side of the screen. I don't know what's on there. I'm not reading it. So Alex, Twin Mill... It's either... Vert... Also, I'm gonna have to put somebody on multiple cars too, of course. I might put Vert on this one. Put Vert on those. And put So Fast on Jet Threat. And the... motorcycle. So I'll also probably add to the spreadsheet who's on which cars so I don't mix it up all the time like I did back in the previous game that we played, Extreme Ultimate Racing. But let's actually get something done this episode. So, who did I say this was? Vert. Okay, Vert's up. Oh wait a minute. Let's say 1-1. That's how we'll call this event. No, not not 1st January. 1.1. There we go. This spreadsheet's going to take some time to get used to. Alright. Past elimination gates. Okay. Usual stuff with elimination. I don't know if these... What? I don't know why these games love this. It's nuts. Oh, I see. Multiple players. Cool.
Okay, Green. The elimination race is all about making sure you're not in last place when you reach the elimination gates. So make sure you don't miss any speed boost paths.
The game will display different information on your screen depending on which event type you're currently playing. Some events are point-based, while others are speed or distance-based. In the bottom left corner of the screen are your current event goals. If you're already on track to complete the event to a specific medal level, the goal for the next medal is displayed. The bottom right-hand corner of the screen calls out your current speed. For points-based events, your accumulated points are displayed in the top left corner. A log of actions that have awarded points will be displayed in the top center of the screen. Any tokens you have picked up will be displayed in the top right corner of the screen. The bottom center of the screen will display a timer. Most events in the game will have a countdown timer. This timer is located at bottom center of the screen. When time is about to run out, you'll receive a countdown warning at the center of the screen.
Nope. Okay, he got cut off. Interesting. Might I add that I like how So Fast is... Okay, am I missing something here? I'm feeling a little slow here.
Keep it clean, Green. You're chaining up.
What is this for? Explain to me. Achievements everywhere. Thanks, man. Dude! Curious what these things are actually for, though. I gotta look at them. I have a 10 times something. Beautiful. Okay, calm down here, game. You don't need to give me a chance for everything. I've been playing for like 20 seconds.
Green is for go. Here
I'd
we
also
go.
like to pick up these tokens, but they're not my main priority. But it feels very appropriate that So Fast is on the team that whose apparent focus is speed. Let's not turn too much to hit that thing.
classy combo there, Green Driver. But I know you want more.
Gone down there. Also feels appropriate though having Vert on here, considering his... And the car gets a lot touchier, a lot harder to control as you go faster. It actually feels really appropriate. I like that.
Yeah! Team Green, getting it done.
I'm not doing online stuff. So interesting. How does one get better scores? So let's just call this the score for this event 1. Yeah, in Vert's thing, the Diora's thing back in Stunt Track Driver was Stunt Track Challenge, excuse me, was kind of a lot like that actually. Just how to jump in the end, just kind of funny. Showing pictures. Yeah, those look pretty varied. Oh no, not retry. So that's the first event done. Well, I might just throw in a second event just to make up for how much time we wasted doing not much this episode. This is turning out to be an interesting way of doing things. So a little bit more detail. I won't get info dump everything at once, but a little bit more detail on how this stuff goes. So essentially, what determines the winner of this whole overall event is which team wins overall. So which team has the highest score out of all the scores that I tally up. If that team is a non-robot team, then the organics win. If it's a robot team, the robots win. Who's on which team, we'll get into that a little bit more as time goes on. I'll probably cycle between the different teams as well, instead of just doing all of one team then all of another. Anyways, Alex is up. Time trial this time. Okay. So I'll figure out how to play this game a little bit more as time goes on too, of course. This one's 1.2. 1.2 we're going to call this. So right now, if you look at the stat totals, the average score for Green is 1 medal out of 3. The total score is 1 medal. And the MVP is Vert for score. I'll probably just do all score based with the medals then, is how I'll do this. But Vert currently has the most points. Okay, it's kind of convenient though how the game actually chooses the cars for me, because I don't have to worry about giving everybody equal representation. I love it. Alright, let's go Alex.
We're at the Dockside Naval Base this time, and it's a tough one. Get to the end of this track as fast as you can, but don't forget to brake where needed on tight turns, and avoid those cones and barrels.
I can only wonder who's actually providing all the support from the pits or whatever, so to speak. Oh man, this thing has some control to it. Wow. Yeah, this thing's more of an F1 type of thing. Interesting. This one doesn't really have much of a handbrake, at least compared to Twin Mill. It's interesting how these different cars seem like they all can control fairly differently. I did notice, of course, there was also the speed boost to buy later on.
Keep it clean, Green. You let that one slip through your fingers, Green Driver. Oh, this is hard to watch.
Hey dude, I did one thing wrong. Only one. Okay, so you can't rely on your handbrake because it seems to do pretty much literally nothing. You actually have to brake. Okay. Very different play styles here. All going together. Tokens are nice, but they're not the top priority. I'm gonna have to finish this pretty quickly from here if I want to get all the points. Alright, so I should get 2 though, I think.
Boom. That's another win. You're gonna need a bigger trophy cabinet, Green.
So that's 2 points for Alex there. Beautiful. Alright, so I'll see you guys next time in the next episode. Exit. Here we go. Where we keep on going here. I might do 1 set for each group. Is how I think I might do it. At a time. So I'll finish this first stage with Green, and then I'll move on to the next team, and we'll cycle on through. See you next time with Twin Mill.